Hello, everybody. We're back. This is Moxie Daily, even though it's not daily anymore because there is, the overwhelm with content. So I'm trying to keep it simple. But we have a Moxie Heroes, and that thing captured my attention. This is new. Let me show you a little bit what is it about, and then we chat with Lee because he's one of the heroes. So he was so kind that he joins the conversation. So here is what Moxie Heroes are. It's basically 30 Moxie Heroes, which they get superpower, which means they can give you 2 times the Moxie power for every engagement for the week. And they are announced every Monday. And why I wanted to have someone on the call to chat with was, mainly the reason, okay, so you have superpowers. What are you going to do with them? Is it going to change the way you interact with people or not? So let's ask Lee about that. How do you feel as a superhero?
Heroic, of course. It's an interesting experiment, and I'm eager to see not just how it plays out this first week, but in particular over the next few weeks as the rotation goes through and the first set of heroes becomes the second set of heroes, becomes the third set of heroes, and so on and so forth. But in terms of my experience this particular week, I think it's changed my casting behavior a little bit, but mostly intentionally, in the sense that because I know I have hero powers, for example, someone earlier, Renee Campbell, I think, was doing a little bit of a fundraiser for a friend who was trying to buy cameras for deaf students. And they were calling the Moxie Heroes to come in and interact with the cast if they found it valuable. And I thought, this is a really interesting application where we're coming in to do something good for the public and good for this particular person just by engaging with it. And I think it's a very interesting use case. I don't know if it scales, but it's an interesting early use case.
That's
and
cool.
Then beyond that, I think that I've been going out of my way to try and find more people that are interesting, just kind of using it as an excuse to explore Farcaster and explore the Farcaster ecosystem.
Spend more time on Farcaster. Good.
To spend even more time on Farcaster, exactly. So using it as an excuse for that.
Perfect. I think Jason would be happy.
I'm happy, so hopefully everybody is happy. The way I'm wired is that I can't go on and do a whole bunch of like quick little replies and just do that kind of game. Like I can't play that game. It's not particularly fun for me. So when I do write replies, I like spend some time thinking about it and type it out and think about who I'm replying to and so on and so forth. And so I can't get through my whole allocation of replies per day. It's too much. I'd have to spend no time on development and all the day replying. But I have used Moxie Heroes and my status this week, like I said, as a reason, as kind of an adventure and an exploration into what higher engagement on Farcaster looks like. And I really admire the people who must have they must type it like 200 words per minute because they just send so many replies day in and day out. But I'm doing my best with my hero status.
Right. Okay, so I'm actually super happy that I got a normal person on the pod because I could never understand how people get over like 300 replies in a day. Honestly, I mean, you not only have to spend a lot of time there, but you have to type super fast because it's work, and the feed actually doesn't move that fast. So yeah, I totally hear you. So do you think the Moxie Heroes will be sort of like same people every week? I mean, not 100% same, but mostly the same because of the engagement and stuff?
The way I understand the system, it won't be any of the same people next week. I don't think you can be a Moxie Hero twice in a row. And I could be wrong about this, but I think that's how it works. You can double check your...
That would be great, I think.
But I think it can't be the same people twice in a row, and so maybe I'll be another Moxie Hero on week 3, but I'd love to see... I think if I do get Moxie Hero status again week 3, I'll pass it to somebody else, because I'd love to see more people become a hero for a week, especially those who are excited about doing things like exploring the ecosystem or supporting these different projects with Moxie or whatever it might be. I'm also excited to see what the meta that evolves out of Moxie Heroes is, and hopefully it's a really great one, kind of like the Renee Campbell supportive cast. I would love to see cool stuff like that that's not forced, but is opportunities to use your powers for good.
Yeah. No, I totally missed the Renee Campbell fundraiser, but we will be speaking with Renee in about like 50 minutes on Firehouse about her journey to art and on chain. So I will ask. Well, thank you very much, Zeni. Is there anyone else interesting you've discovered? Like the last question, and I'll let you go.
Oh man, I remember everybody by profile pictures, so I don't know if I'll be able to give you any names. Apologies.
Okay.
But there's
No
tons of stuff.
problem.
Give one shout out to Saxophone, who has a
Mhm.
great frame for measuring your allowance. As I was trying desperately to see how many replies I could get in a day, just for a one-off experiment. And I was clicking on it. I was like, oh man, that's a lot of replies. I had 250 left before. How many do I have now? 230. I'm like, oh well, 20 replies later. I guess I haven't made much progress, but it's a fun experiment nonetheless.
Okay.
So thank you, Saxophone, for the nice frame.
Love it. Thank you very much, Zeni. I will link to Zeni and Moxie Scout because we haven't said it, but Zeni is the maker of the Moxie Scout, which I happily use. It's a great tool. You should use it too. And it's getting better every day. And, you'll find the links in the show notes, obviously. And I'll see you guys in some other day.